Hey, hey, what is up? What is up? Man, it's hot to the motherfucker. I gotta say that every time, cause it's hot as fuck outside. God damn, it's hot than a motherfucker outside. God, what is going on? You already know who the fuck I am. Tired, wore out, working at the corn plantation, slaving. Fuck working in the coal mine, just working in the mine, period. Going down. What is going on? Shout out to everybody that's handling business. If you're not, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. It's hot to the motherfucker. I mean, it's hot as fuck. They talking about some heat wave. Heat wave my motherfucking ass. Been a heat wave ever since the summer started. Man, and shout out to everybody that's handling business. Man, there's a lot of shit to discuss. So shout out to all you niggas that's out there trying to fuck a bitch. Nigga ain't got no money, ain't got no ends. Look, no money, no pussy hole, nigga. You already know what the fuck it is. And stop getting mad at niggas that's like, man, they ain't tricking if you ain't got it. Stop being mad at them niggas. They tricking, but you nigga, you don't got it. So stop being mad at them motherfuckers. You already know what the fuck it is. Shout out to all you motherfuckers that's right now that's getting ready to watch the NBA. To start off, it looked like a goddamn scrimmage. Ain't no fans, virtual fans. Virtual fans, my ass. These niggas need money. And shout out to everybody that's fighting goddamn COVID-19 and get ready for COVID 2020, because that shit is definitely coming. That's the remix type shit. Motherfuckers gonna be like, type shit. That's definitely coming. So, shout out to all y'all. And shout out to you motherfuckers, man. Like I said, one more motherfucker, I'm like, man, that's hot as fuck, man. I know a place that's much hotter than this. Nigga, I do not want to hear that shit. And if it is a place hotter than this, then you must be talking about Africa. That's the only place that I know that's hotter than this shit. The fuck is going on right now? This shit is ridiculous. This temperature is stupid right now. God damn. But anyway, oh man, there's so much shit that we gotta discuss, but I'm gonna get into it. And one more thing, shout out to all you puzzled ass motherfuckers that don't know what the fuck is going on, but walking around here acting like you know. See, what's going on is, the intellectual property of what is in your mind is really telling you that it's hot, but it's not really hot. It's your mind telling you that it's hot. So it's because of the powers that be that controls the harp in you and me that make, man, fuck out of here with all that bullshit, nigga. It's out to the motherfucker. And all this other shit that's going on, I'm about to get into it. And this anti-black racism ain't gonna stop. That's real. Oh, and shout out to my finessers. You know I gotta spend a special shout out to their asses. They finessing right now as we speak. It's some nigga right now on the clock like, shit, I know I'm finna get this nigga to loan me about $50. I know this nigga got $50 to loan me. This nigga just did 30 hours overtime last week. I know this nigga got an extra $50 for me. Fuck out of here with that shit, nigga. Oh shit. Guilty, nigga. Oh man, and shout out to all you motherfuckers that's just trying to maintain. And I just want to send a special shout out to the niggas at the corn plantation, because shit is not fun, especially in the summertime. I don't care if you do work in the AC. As soon as you step out that AC, nigga, it's hot as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And car problems is a motherfucker out here in Las Vegas, because it's hot as fuck out here. And then, nigga, you can't keep your AC on to a certain temperature because motherfucking Nevada Power got the goddamn gun on, nigga. Shit, they charging $20 per kilowatt type shit. So shit, shout out to niggas that's trying to make it. Turn this shit down, because I already know. Man. Before I get into anything else, I gotta say it, man. Man, for all y'all that's got Cox Cable, man, Cox Cable's a motherfucker. Just playing the bullshit games, man, just finessing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just you know, and a lot of it is too, Cox Cable ain't shit. And the reason why I want to say that, just from my perspective, motherfucker gonna send me a message, start by, and whoever else live out here in Las Vegas, Nevada, whoever else got Cox Cable, they gonna send me a message, email talking about, oh, well, you're 75% of your data. First of all, I'm like, I don't got no phone plan with Cox Cable. Then these niggas is like, then you call these motherfuckers and they like, oh, well, you have 1 terabyte. And I'm like, well, why do I have 1 terabyte? When I signed up for the internet a long time ago, I had unlimited internet service. What the fuck is you talking about? Oh, well, we rolled you over. I was like, why the fuck I ain't getting no notice or nothing about that shit? Where's the email at? Where's the date where y'all sent me an email? Oh, well, you never reached your terabyte, but, you know, we've experienced higher uses of internet than normal. I said, man, ain't this a bitch? I said, y'all finessing. Y'all know good goddamn well this COVID shit got it where a nigga gotta stream everything because y'all taking digital TV and making it internet TV. So now you forcing niggas to have the internet to stream. That's one. And you want to fucking hold a nigga under the gun for this internet service? I said, y'all finessing. But let me intellectual shit. I said, but remember this day. I told the lady, not cool sister, cool black sister. I said, but remember this day. And she was like, what you mean? I said, because I remember the last time a major corporation like Sprint landline was screwing people over and finessing people, and then they went out of business, and then they had to convert to their cell phone, and now they got bought by T-Mobile. See, that's what happens when you just keeping people under the gun. Now here, I'm telling you, Cox Cable, y'all will not be the only vendor forever. So you up here charging motherfuckers an extra $10 for going over the terabytes and all this other shit. Do it now, because when this economy tanks, and it will, all y'all that's working there, that's getting free cable, getting free internet, y'all gonna wish that y'all didn't get free internet and fucking everybody else over. Because this day will come. Trust and believe you me. And she was like, oh, that's not funny. I was like, yeah, it is funny. Because everybody taking their choice. I was like, y'all know people gotta work from home. Y'all know that people gotta send their kids gotta go to school from home. And they gotta be on the internet and do Zoom classes, which takes the internet service. And if you don't have a strong enough connection, you gotta use Cox Cable. So what y'all doing is y'all finessing the situation and trying to pretend like, oh, well, we didn't charge y'all these last couple of months because it was COVID. I said, that's some bullshit. So stop it with the finesse. And I'm like, man, that's where this world's coming to, that they will take a deadly virus, right? Scare motherfuckers, shut it down partial. But if it's shut down partial, why the fuck Disneyland getting ready to open? That's one. Two, and why the fuck these niggas playing? Oh, well, we testing them all. No, but what you mean stay in a bubble? Lil Williams just told you that bubble don't mean shit. But for money, they'll love a nigga for money. That's why that symbolism ain't shit. Fuck symbology. Fuck all that. Why the NBA kneeling and all this other shit, you got motherfucking Wesley Bell talking about, oh, well, there's no charges for him. And Mike Brown got killed, if I'm not mistaken, like 2016 or some shit like that. If I'm not mistaken. I can't remember that, but you just now talking about, oh, well, I tried to reopen up the case and, well, we can't charge him with anything. And they always place a nigga in front of you. That's why I was just like telling the system, I was like, y'all finessing. You guys are finessing the system. Just like, and then they always in a bigger scheme of things, they'll put a nigga out there. Oh, well, we can't get no charges. Oh, man, nigga, stop. Let me tell you something. If it was a black cop that shot you, look, what happened to Mohammed Noor when he shot and killed that white woman in Minnesota? Guilty, nigga, immediately. Nigga, guilty, 12 years, and they awarded the family $30 million. Right off bat. Go look up that case. Because he's a Caucasian officer, sorry, sir, no charges. Because he's a part of the system. And don't you fucking forget it. Y'all motherfuckers better wake up. See, what they do is distraction. No, watch the NBA games and watch the symbology, watch the symbolism. They kneeling all that. Fuck a kneeling. Man, that's symbolism. Yeah, kneel, nigga, but keep playing them games so we can make this money. They don't give a fuck about kneeling. If they gave two fucks about kneeling, why the fuck they keep giving Tom Thibodeau coaching jobs but not Mark Jackson? Tom Thibodeau, what the fuck has he won? Don't even get me started in NBA. Donald Sterling has let us know how Jewish people feel about niggas. I don't care what you say. That's a fact. The motherfuckers can say that shit all they want, and they can act like, oh, that's not what happened and all this other shit, man. Stop it. Stop. This is what the fuck be going on. I just think a lot of the times, motherfuckers be acting like, oh, well, you know, they gonna think we just gotta keep pressing. Man, please stop, man. Ain't no keep pressing. Cause they know they can distract motherfuckers with the bullshit. That's why I don't be distracted by no goddamn. I'd rather watch a movie than watch it. First of all, NBA it ain't even the same. It looks horrible. First, you know what I mean? It just looks horrible to me. And then on top of that, it's like it looks boring. To me, anyway. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can pull this up. Because I want to see what this nigga got to say, since they like to prop up a nigga in front of everybody. You know, that's their claim to fame. Propping up some nigga and having some nigga come out and be like, oh yeah, so we not putting no charges. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna, we didn't find any charges. I'm interested to see what this black motherfucker gonna say. And niggas need to stop doing the bidding for the dominant society, man. That's what I'm saying. Anti-black racism never stops. Don't think because see, motherfucker that give you Obama, give you some nigga and put the nigga in front of you, and then you be like, oh, well, the nigga said. You know what I'm saying? Just like when I called Coach Cable, that lady was laughing, which let me know what I was saying was right. When I said, y'all finessing. Y'all taking advantage of the motherfucking COVID-19. Y'all know people got to stay at home. I said, so, oh, well, how much internet? Oh, well, after your terabyte, we charge you $10 every 50 gigs that you go over. I said, y'all sound like a phone plan. That's not no fucking, this is an internet service. So it should just be, okay, for this amount of internet that you use, it's $50 a month. For this amount, it should be, stop all this bullshit. You just playing games. And they, of course, they gotta, I'm not saying that they knew it was a black person, but of course, they put a nigga on the phone. I knew she was a nigga. She was laughing. I said, so they want to put the nigga on the phone. You finessing. This is a finesse. I was like, man, y'all taking advantage of a situation. Y'all know y'all finessing. And she was just kind of like, yeah, see, they taking okay, here we go. This motherfucker taking a long time. Yeah, man, bring your clown ass up. I wish I could screen share, because he taking all day bringing this black ass out there with this clown ass mask on with a whole bunch of white people around him. So you already know what's going on. Here y'all go. This is Wesley Bell, by the way. This is the prosecutor for St. Louis.
Thank you for being here. This is one of the most difficult things I've had to do as an elected official. I'm going to take about 5 minutes of your time today, and then I'll take some questions. Michael Brown's death exposed to the nation the deep-seated and long-standing pain felt by the greater St. Louis community and the entire country. For decades leading up to the 2014 shooting, law enforcement in Ferguson and around the country over-policed communities of color, used disproportionate and unnecessary force, and violated many citizens' constitutions far too often. When we look around the country today, we still see this occurring. When Michael Brown died, this community's grief and anger exploded, and people took to the streets to protest. Shortly thereafter, the Department of Justice came into our community.
Man, see, that's nigga explaining. You just babbling. We already know all that. We saw it. We already know all that, man. We already know what's, see how they put a, look, I'm telling you right now, that was done by design. They put a nigga out there to read some shit that happened. We already know what happened. So you're charging them, and tell us why you're not charging them. But they can take you on an alligator roll and distract you. And then after this, I'm pretty sure after this, they're going to be talking about, oh, well, check out the new lake. The NBA season just restarted. So go check that out. The people in St. Louis should get together and be like, vote this motherfucker out. and show up at his house and be like, nah, you gotta get the fuck out of here, dog. You bullshit. Don't come before us talking about, oh, reading some shit from 2 years. That 3, 4, 5 fucking years ago. And you talking about, oh, well, the Justice Department came in. We already know all that. So your job is to either tell us that you're gonna charge Darren Wilson or you're not gonna charge him, and why are you not charging him? But that's what they do. They put a nigga in front of you. And then have him, and you should see, look up Wesley Bell. This nigga look like Kyle Barker from Living Single. That's exactly what he looked like, with no fucking mustache. Nigga, the only nigga that don't have to have mustache around me is the Nation of Islam. If you ain't the Nation of Islam, you around me with mustache, nigga. First thing I'm saying is, where the fuck is your stash at? Fuck out of here with the bullshit, man.
And documented the terrible abuse in a lengthy report that did not mince words or spare feelings. That report recounted how the police used dogs to unjustly attack our residents, how hefty fines and fees were levied on the poor.
And what does that have to do with if you're going to charge Darren Wilson or not? What does that have to do with anything? See, we have to understand that's divisive and that's trickery words. All he doing is taking you on what I call, you heard, I've coined the term here, alligator roll. That's an alligator roll. I'm just going to take you all around like what alligators do when they take you under the water. It's going to twist you and turn you around and have you all fucked up, and then you forget what you even talking about. That's an alligator roll. That's bullshit.
And how people of color were often arrested without probable cause, or at times, even any cause at all. If people across the country had questions about why people filled the streets nightly following the shooting, this report laid them bare. Because of the significance of this case to this community, and because the family asked, I believed it was necessary to conduct a re-examination of the evidence in the case and come to our own conclusion as to whether Darren Wilson committed a crime under Missouri law when he shot Michael Brown. Our newly formed Conviction and Incident Review Unit conducted a 5-month review of the evidence, examining thousands of pages of witness statements, forensic reports, and other evidence. Although this case represents one of the most significant moments in St. Louis's history, the question for this office was a simple one. Could we prove beyond a reasonable doubt that when Darren Wilson shot Michael Brown, he committed murder or...
This motherfucker just alligator rolling it up, man. Just babbling and talking about reading the fucking statement. It's like, nigga, what is you talking about, man? Man, what the fuck is you on? And this is what happened next. And then after this, and then after this, we looked at the recent events, and he sound like a fucking robot. That's what he sound like a fucking robot. And he just talking and babbling and running his mouth about shit that don't even fucking matter. Man. Come on, man. So I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here. So let me see. Let me see. Get back to him. All right.
Manslaughter under Missouri law. After an independent and in-depth review of the evidence, we cannot prove that he did. Out of respect for Michael Brown and for his...
So basically, you didn't even look at the evidence. He had a witness there that told y'all everything, like before, and y'all just basically disregarded everything, and they told you, nigga, you do what we say, you work for us, and don't bring up no charges on him, because we, as the city of St. Louis, does not want to deal with the Fraternal Order of Police. We don't want to deal with that. So you're going to go out there and make a fucking statement and sound like a coon and a fucking mammy, just like Lakeisha LaMammy Bottoms and Mark Lamoise LaMammy Hill. You're going to sound like one of them. That's why they'll put a nigga in front of you so you can be like, oh, okay, yeah, they for us. No, nigga, they not for you.
Family, I do not intend to relitigate the evidence in this case. These facts have been aired in public time and again, and this is a time for us to reflect on Michael's life, to support Michael's family, and to honor a transformative movement that will forever be linked to his name. My heart breaks for Michael's father, Michael Brown Sr., and his mother, Leslie McSpadden. I know this is not the result they were looking for, and that their pain will continue forever. I also want to be clear that our investigation does not exonerate Darren Wilson. The question of whether we can prove a case at trial is different than clearing him of any and all wrongdoing. There are so many points at which Darren Wilson could have handled the situation differently, and if he had, Michael Brown might still be alive. But that is not the question before us. The only question is whether we can prove beyond a reasonable doubt that a crime occurred.
This is what I hear.
The answer to that question is no. And I would violate my ethical duties if I nonetheless brought charges. There are things, however, that we must do to honor both Michael Brown's memory and the demands that arose from this community in the wake of his death. It is what this community is owed. It is what the family of Michael Brown is owed. It is what Michael is owed. We announce these changes with the family's blessings. We have already started investigating police-involved shootings.
What the fuck does that have to do with Darren Wilson? That doesn't have anything to do with you charging him. That's why I played the Mammy song, because that's what he deserved that. He's a fucking coon and a Sambo. He shouldn't have took the job, but he took the job for his own personal interest. Niggas need to stop taking these type of jobs in law enforcement and stop taking those jobs. If you're not really trying to make a real change and you know you can't make a change, if you got your degree and shit, just go get your job somewhere else. Stop pretending like you making a change and you got your hair and you looking like fucking Carl Barker from motherfucking Living Single and shit. You ain't even doing shit. And you sitting up here babbling and sound like a fucking mammy and a coon, both of them. It's like, what the fuck is you doing? And you just running, you just babbling like, oh, well, we're going to make a change. Make a change on what? This nigga's still walking around. They had witnesses who straight out said, man, he's lying. He knew exactly who that kid was. Basically, he knew what was going on. He shot and killed that kid. That kid wasn't reaching for his gun. He shot and killed him. Go look at the documentary Strange Fruit. It's on Amazon if I'm not mistaken. Go Google that shit. That shit breaks down everything. That motherfucker was lying. And then these white people collected $400,000 for him. That should let you know how they feel about you and your fucking allies and all this other shit. These motherfuckers don't give a fuck. That's why they prop some clown-ass Sambo, coon-ass, Steven from Django-ass, tell him about the gunline boss-ass, Hayward Shepherd-ass, coon motherfucker. What the fuck is that? Oh, well, we haven't found no... What the fuck you mean you ain't found no evidence? Bro, there was 3 witnesses. There was 2 dudes who didn't want to be on camera. And they was construction workers. They was watching all that shit. And they was afraid to even say nothing because they already knew what was going to happen to them. And then the brother that was with him, he saw the whole fucking thing. They didn't even take his word. They didn't want to listen to him. Then they started bringing up all this other shit. It's like, well, okay, we can bring up all this other shit, but if 3 people are saying, bro, you murdered this motherfucker, you should go to jail. But this motherfucker talking about, oh, it was like Hulk Hogan wrestling with a baby. Like, come on, bro, stop it. You a big dude too. Stop playing the games, man. Just like the shit that happened with Laquan McDonald. But that other police officer threw his ass under the bus and was like, no, bro, there was no need for you to come in there and start shooting like that. But I'm pretty sure he got to fight the Fraternal Order of Police, man. Come on, man.
Differently than under previous administrations, and we will continue to improve the way we both investigate these cases and support victims every day. First, we now have an independent unit tasked exclusively with investigating cases involving police use of force.
Man, they told this motherfucker to read all this shit. Do you see how black people look? But we willing to play that for them. We are willing to play that for them. And I get it. Because this nigga probably getting a lot of bread. He probably caked up from being a fucking prosecutor and shit. And he probably like, fuck it. I'm doing good work. You know what I mean? I went in there and thoroughly investigated when they probably told him, look, you're not finna find nothing because we're going to make sure you don't find nothing. And you're going to go out there and tell them what we're telling you to say. And he motherfucker, he did a Colin Powell he did a Colin Powell. That's exactly what he did. They like these type of niggas. Why do you think they talk about Herman Cain? Who the fuck care about him? That nigga starts singing Amazing Grace, and then these bitches start coming out by the droves talking about this nigga was basically taking pussy from me. And then that nigga had to bow out of the fucking race because they thought they was going to get him to run against Obama's clown ass. That's how they feel about y'all. We'll just get another token nigga to run against him. And that's why they prop niggas out there in the first place, man. But niggas don't be understanding that shit because they be going with the okie doke.
Along with exonerating the innocent, that office is walled off from the rest of our office and is run by an experienced prosecutor. We hope this increases the community's trust that we take these cases seriously, do everything we can to protect against bias, and understand the gravity and seriousness with which they must be treated. We are also changing the way we support victims of police violence. The Brown family experienced unspeakable loss in August of 2014, and yet they received no support from the prosecuting attorney's office as they tried to heal. There will be times like this one where we cannot...
But what the fuck does that got to do with you pressing charges against Darren Wilson? See, that's a deflection. That's a deflection, man. Like, what are you talking about? Man, people need to wake up. They put a nigga in that office to go before y'all and be like, oh, well, we not charging them. That's basically what it is. You can do all that talking all you want, bring up all these other motherfuckers, but plain and simple, you're not charging them. That's what you're basically saying.
Typically prosecute a case given the state of the law or the facts. But that does not mean we cannot provide support for each family. For every victim of police violence going forward, including their families, we will offer support services. We will help connect people with trauma care and social workers and mental health providers. The things that people need to help mend the loss they are experiencing, even if they can't fully repair it.
See, there you go. Mental health providers. See how they use, those are trickery words too. That's exactly, mental health. See, that's why niggas gotta stop going along with that mental health okie doke shit. Unless you acting like Kanye West, that nigga is mentally ill. That nigga is really mentally ill. When the nigga start talking about he's gonna kill his baby and all that, he need to get the fuck away from them Kardashian motherfuckers, man. For real. Especially, look, homie, she told all my siblings like 10 years ago, probably longer than that, when the Kardashians was first on TV, she was like, that nigga is a cross-dresser. She told us that, this probably 15 years ago, she told all of us, that nigga's a cross-dresser. And we was like, who? She was like, that motherfucker that's married to them, the nigga that won them fucking gold medals that was on the Wheaties box. We like, who are you talking about? She was like, the white motherfucker that's married to the one bitch, the Dashian bitch. I was like, oh. We like Bruce Jenner. She like, yeah, he's a cross-dresser. We like, ma, you tripping. She like, no, he's a cross-dresser. This was like 15, 20 years ago before any of this shit came. She's like, them motherfuckers is crazy and that motherfucker's a cross-dresser. And y'all gonna fucking see. She passed away now, but the shit fucked me up when the motherfucker was like, oh, well, I'm about to turn myself into a woman. I'm like, oh, shit. My mom was right. How the fuck did she know that shit? But I'm just saying, like, what they'll do is they'll prop motherfuckers up and then they'll get some white person and they'll try to normalize it and make it normal. No, that shit is not normal. See, that mental health, that's some mental health shit. You born a man and then all of a sudden, oh, okay, well, I just want to dress up like a bitch now. Don't be surprised if you start seeing white people be like, I want to be black. So I'm going to just go have a surgery and have them implant fucking fake melanin in my skin so I can be black. Don't be surprised if niggas start, if they could do it scientifically, they'll do that shit. That's real. I'm telling y'all right now, it's coming.
We're also announcing today that as soon as COVID allows for it, all grand jury proceedings and homicide cases will be recorded so that all potential defendants get the same protections that Darren Wilson received. Due process shouldn't just be for police officer defendants or the politically connected. They should be for all citizens.
But you're lying, because it's not. That's a fact that it's not. That's a trick bag, man. And that's beyond a trick bag. That is such a fucking trick bag. Oh, they're gonna get the same, but that doesn't mean that you won't press charges and find them guilty. You're just not gonna press charges against the fucking fraternal order of police because they have so much influence and you don't want those problems. That's all it is. Why did he even take the job?
Finally, our office has also worked to reduce the jail population for low-level and nonviolent offenders in St. Louis County by dismissing cases where there is no public safety.
See, another deflection. We've done a good job dismissing cases. That has nothing to do with Mike Brown's murder and Darren Wilson killing him. That has nothing to do with any of that. What are you talking about? See, and what makes me mad, it be your own people that'll go out there and look stupid and say that shit and like go along with the plan. That Colin Powell shit. Oh, there's no weapons of mass destruction. There's weapons of mass destruction. That's what we going to war. And then they come out, well, where's the weapons at? Oh, there were no weapons of mass destruction. Well, then why the fuck would you lie to everybody like that? And they should have put you in prison. Why would you lie? To go to war to make more money, just like the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said. To charge more interest, to go to war, to keep motherfuckers in debt. And that's exactly what they did. And we went to war for nothing. Nothing. Man, Osama bin Laden probably was chilling at one of the Bush's houses the whole fucking time. They was pretending to be looking for him.
Benefit to arrest or prosecution, such as small amounts of marijuana, encouraging the use of summonses instead of arrests and warrants, and
he just babbling now. He's babbling and just talking and niggas explaining all that. I don't want to hear that shit. Fucking music back on, man. Fuck out of here, nigga. That's the problem, man. We gotta get, start pulling, them people in St. Louis, they need to pull this coattail and be like, well, we're voting you out, so I hope you got paid. Because we vote you out, we not fucking with you no more. That's what I would do. Why would you fuck with somebody like that? The motherfucker gonna get on TV and start talking about, oh, we dropping a lot of charges from a lot of weed offenders. Nigga, weed is legal all over the United States of America. That means nothing. What are you talking about, man? That's symbolism. So that's basically like, oh, well, we know he killed a black person, an unarmed black person, but we can't find no charges on that. But what we gonna do over here, we just gonna let a couple of weed offenders go. Nigga, what? That doesn't make sense. And we gonna have a nigga go out there and explain that shit to y'all. Just in case if y'all wanna, push back or, have something to say. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. It's all bullshit, man. All bullshit. And know everything is gonna change. And while all this shit is going on, oh, nigga, the economy is gonna tank. Don't think it ain't. They got a trick bag. That's why I told the motherfuckers at Cox Cape, I'm like, oh, I'm glad y'all having a good time because eventually you won't. And then y'all gonna be regretting fucking hold niggas under the gun on some internet type shit like you a fucking cell phone company. I was looking at this thing, California Pizza Kitchen is filing for bankruptcy. It's a whole bunch of, look, it's all a distraction. They're going to tank the economy on purpose and use this COVID to do it. And then motherfucking how niggas gonna start walking away from their house and shit. That's why, especially if you a black person, wait and be patient because it's gonna happen. And that's when it's your time to go buy up every fucking thing. Go buy you stock, go buy you property. And then you won't be behind the 8 ball. Then you'll be the motherfucker that's like, yeah, I came up off this shit. Because let me tell you, what you think white people doing? They salivating. They waiting for this shit to tank. They just trying to do it in such a way where motherfuckers can't even tell. That's why all these companies are filing for bankruptcy. They filing BK. You just can't pay attention because you can't see it. Just like they put this article out Las Vegas where the casinos are laying people off indefinitely. And casinos are not even coming back. But they steady like, well, we're getting the virus. But then the numbers are going up. You don't know who's lying. You don't know who got it. You don't know who doesn't have it. Then they not making certain businesses close and shit. Then they keeping certain businesses open. The businesses that are Caucasian, white with money, in my personal opinion. Because a lot of these businesses can't sustain. So if you're a small business, don't be surprised if they put the motherfucking thing, oh man, you gotta close. These motherfuckers don't give a fuck. But if I was anybody in the United States of America Incorporated, I would wait and buy my time. And I'm telling you right now, the shit is going to fucking tank. And it's time for black folk to get on the other side of things and be like, well, fuck it. I'm going to capitalize off of it. Because if you don't think white people capitalizing off this shit tanking, you fucking crazy. That's all they doing is waiting. They're waiting, patiently waiting for the shit to tank so they can come through, swoop it up. That's gentrification. Man, come out here to Vegas and go to some of these raggedy parts of Las Vegas. Man, it ain't nothing but white people in there remodeling these homes and living there. That's all they doing. Go off of DI and Eastern You'll be like, ooh, it's hood over there. Okay, well, go over there and drive around for a little bit. See how many white people living out there and fucking getting tans and fucking jogging and fucking sitting outside with their laptops drinking a goddamn Starbucks. Then that's gonna fuck you up. That's like I was watching this other thing too. I gotta get on there. I was watching this thing too. If you live in Las Vegas, Nevada, and they was talking about black people on the west side, and it's a Latino dude who owns Mario. And it's like, well, why do you get a chance to speak for us? You're not black. They wouldn't let no black person go to where all my Latino brothers and sisters are in North Las Vegas. They wouldn't allow me to speak for them. They'll be like, why the fuck you speak for us? You don't even live over here. You're not from here. But only Las Vegas, Nevada, they'll do that shit. Only Las Vegas, Nevada, will they allow a Latino brother in a predominantly black area to have his restaurant there or his grocery store there or whatever, fish market, and then he get a chance to speak on behalf of the people on no, you don't. That's why gentrification is the middle name out here in Las Vegas. That's why you got a Panda Express and a Taco Hell and all this other bullshit, Murder King and all this other bullshit over there. And they got all that shit over there because I don't give a fuck about no niggas. First of all, the food they give you is all fucked up. Trust me, I know. I used to eat it all the fucking time. Everybody in my family know all I used to eat is a monster taco combo with curly fries and a breakfast sandwich. And with hot sauce. And eat that fucking horse meat all day long. That's why I gotta drink sea moss and lemon water and all kinds of shit all day, every day anyway. Because that shit will fuck you up. But we don't understand that shit. And I get it, because it's very hard. It's easy, it's convenient. Like I said, man, y'all need to wake the fuck up. Anybody watching this shit, go look up Wesley Bill and look up that fucking thing. Go look it back up and look at it. You'll be like, damn, man, this motherfucker just literally reading the script. And alligator rolling and coming on all this other bullshit of why we're not gonna charge him. But look, we did these good things over here. What the fuck? That's like a motherfucker being like, hey, I'm gonna kill your peoples. You know, but on the other hand, no, I'm gonna stop killing your peoples. Nigga, but you killed my folks. So it doesn't matter if you stop, you already did it. So why are you not paying for what you did for your transgressions? Because in the system of racism and white supremacy, it's their system. And I'm gonna tell you again, and since they dominate all areas of people activity, they dominate labor, law, religion, politics, education, economics, entertainment. I don't know if I said entertainment. I can't never remember all of them. War, sex, and I think religion. Let's do it one more time. Because I be forgetting. They dominate labor, law, economics, religion, sex, war, entertainment, and politics. And I forgot the other one. I know it's one I'm probably missing. But I know they dominate 9 areas of people activity. Go read the Ice Papers by Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, and go read the Compensatory Counter-Racist Code of Ethics. Those books right there should be your Bible. Like I said, I told this sister at the Court Plantation, I was like, hey, you know what? You need to go read the Ice Papers by Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. And then she was like, man, the first chapter was difficult because she got the audio book. And I was like, I don't care. Do audio or read. Long as you know that the books exist and you need to read them. So if you want to do the audio, fine. Me, I have to actually read it. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to use that part of my brain that I haven't used in so long. But I don't care. I'm not a technical person like, well, you need to read it. No, as long as you getting the information, it's fine with me. And I was proud of that sister. I said, sister, I said, hey, man, good. And we was having a good conversation about it at the Court Plantation. She was like, man, that book is cold. And I was like, yeah, you like how she broke down the gun, the great equalizer. She was like, yeah, that shit is cold. I was like, and the phallic symbols between the cigarette and the cigar. And the cigar looks like a black penis. And she was just like, man, she was breaking a lot of that shit down. Or the matador and the black bull. And she broke down so many symbols. The pool table or circular thinking. You know what I'm saying? Or the motherfucker. She broke down the motherfucker too. How we always say motherfucker and the symbolism behind that. Oh, she breaks it down. I said, that's That should be people's Bible. Straight up. That's all I would say. Read her and Neely Fuller, and it's real. Neely Fuller Jr. talks about racial showcasing confusion and how they give, from my interpretation, they'll get one motherfucker to shit and be like, oh, basically, you need to be like him. Be like him. Be like that motherfucker. That's what I got out of it. Maybe I need to read it again because I don't claim to know the shit. No, I don't know. But I'm going to tell you this right now. Motherfuckers better start reading. And you know what that sister was reading? Because I get it. I said, when you read this book, she breaks down from a psychiatry standpoint on racism, white supremacy. I said, you like how she was talking about genetic annihilation and how a fear of a black planet and how the Caucasian is fearful because of the black man's testicles and how we can make albino and black. And they cannot. They have the recessive gene. We have the dominant gene. That's why when we procreate with them when they're black, they start to possess our DNA. Look at J. Cole. J. Cole wouldn't be J. Cole if he didn't have melanin in his DNA. And she was like, yeah, she was breaking all that down. I was like, exactly. Great conversation. And that's what I like. That was music to my ears to talk about that. You know why? Because that's what it's about. It's not about being condescending to someone. It's about putting them onto the knowledge so they can see it. See, don't take the knowledge and weaponize it and walk around with some arrogance like you the shit. And I get it because you read a couple of books and you feel like, nah, man, don't do that shit. Because I had to catch myself a couple of times like, oh, let me correct. I'm like, nah, man, that's good. Nah, you can't be like that. That runs people away. They don't want to fuck with it. So you got to just be humble. And I was just telling them, now you need to read this book by Dr. Claude Anderson. Read Black Labor, White Wealth. Once you read that, man, he gonna break down how all the wealth of this nation was built off the backs of black labor. And everybody else that's here are fucking freeloaders. Period. I don't care if you're a so-called Native American, he break them down too with the 1866 treaty. And how they never honored that shit and they never gave us no money. And he breaks down the Latino community, the Hispanics, and how, they were a separate class that was pushed past us on purpose to practice the benign neglect policy. And that's why you go out here, there's a La Bonitas, there's a Marianas, and I'm not hating on the Latino community because they work together, but let me tell you, I can break it down for any Latino brother and say, you that are part of the Latino community, I got nothing but love for y'all, but it is by design where y'all community is that way. It is by design. So I would always reach out to anyone that's from a different racial group and understand black people are behind the eight ball by design. That's not by it. Niggas just don't wake up every day. Oh, I'm gonna kill that nigga and all that, and I'm a Sambo. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to get mine. Fuck everybody behind me. I'm closing the door. That's by design. That's why white people will wave trinkets in front of you and, well, we give you this money, but you got those motherfuckers. And that's why everybody is apologizing. That's why they do what they do. They know what they doing. They know what they in control of. You just got to understand what you're in control of, and that's your emotions and being in control of what your goals, dreams, and ambitions are. Not the bullshit. Because for sure, you cannot be the type of person, in my honest opinion, that act like you don't see racism, white supremacy. If you one of those type of people, you got an issue. And that's some Sambo shit. And that's on you. I can't help you through that. Like I tell people, man, I can't help you through your Sambo mentality or your Sambo behavior. That's not my job. Like I said, I voted for Barack Obama's clown ass too. I voted for him twice. I'm not gonna act like, oh, I've been this way. No, I haven't. But after the second time I vote for him and watching all the shit take place and he ain't say shit, that's what made me wake up and be like, damn, this nigga don't give a fuck. And I didn't, but at the same time, like I said, I was listening to Farrakhan. I'm like, well, damn, Farrakhan saying woo, 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 woo. Then I'm listening to other people that saying the same shit as Farrakhan. I'm like, well, why is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan saying this, and this black nigga? But the one thing about the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, he never said nothing disrespectful about Barack Obama. And he could have. But I just didn't understand that. And then you get in that position of power and you ain't say shit to help black folks. You didn't even go out of your way to even help us, not one time. But that's the way it go. That's why y'all, whoever live out here, go check your motherfucking Cox cable bill. These motherfuckers running games. Talking about, oh, well, you 75 cents to your terabyte. Nigga, what? I'm like, terabyte? I'm like, okay, whatever. Y'all enroll me out of the fucking unlimited, enroll me to this other shit. But don't y'all think it's convenient now that, for COVID, but COVID never stopped. So I'm tired of people using COVID. Oh, well, we didn't go hard on y'all because of COVID. Well, COVID hasn't stopped. And I'm like, okay, well, remember this day. I said, you're working there, you're gonna remember me. I said, because remember this day, y'all finessing. Now when when they start laying off and shit, don't be mad at me, be mad at them. Because I'm telling you, you can't put that out there and hold motherfuckers under the gun. I was like, so what if people ain't working? Or what if they're trying to work, but they working from home to save money, but they can barely afford to have the internet? Now y'all want to put niggas under the gun because they got to be on the internet for 10 hours out their day because they got to work from home? I said, that's some bullshit. I was like, and then it ain't like you go to the theater and watch a movie. Digital TV, they trying to get away from digital TV and make it all streaming on purpose. That's by design. Be looking for somebody to capitalize off of this shit besides Cox Cable. It's gonna be other motherfuckers that's gonna be snooping around. Like, we should just buy that cable company. We should buy the internet company. I said, but trust and believe you me, the economy is gonna tank, and y'all gonna see. And black folk, we gotta wake the fuck up. Know what we spending our money on. Now's the time to be buying these books like a motherfucker. Get you as many. You don't know what these motherfuckers are doing. They banning a lot of books anyway. They banning so many books you can't even get them. You got to direct to consumer, because Amazon on some bullshit. That's why. But don't listen to me. Go get it yourself. Prove me wrong. I don't give a fuck. I ain't got no ego about it. You go read the book and be like, no, when actually the book say this, I'll be happy. Like, cool. At least you read the book. I ain't gonna be like, well, this nigga trying to tell me what. You don't give a fuck about that shit. That's what I'm saying. Niggas always gotta be right. Like I said on Twitter one time, nigga was trying to tell me, well, a Sambo, that's the term is really. So I said, what does it matter? Sambo is from Uncle Tom's Cabin, and Sambo was really the bad character. So that's why we call it Sambo. I said, what do you get out of doing that? I said, why you trying to argue me down about a term? These Jewish motherfuckers and these white people, man, they are at the helm of the cancel culture. Oh, and they can't, no, either apologize. That's why they had the rabbi come on there and talk all kinds of shit about Farrakhan. Just blatantly super disrespectful. But then if you like, well, why don't you have a debate with him? That motherfucking rabbis don't want to have no debate with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Why would they? Because they know what would happen. He would destroy them. So while y'all paying attention to clown ass Lakers and shit, and wonder what the fuck they gonna do with this fictitious season, your boy Mike Brown, justice still wasn't served for him. So while y'all doing that, justice wasn't served for him, and they don't give a fuck about what y'all think, and they plop the nigga up in front of you to quell the storm so niggas don't go berserk. And Darren Wilson's just still chilling, walking around like nothing ever happened. He don't give a fuck. So remember that shit. Hey, man, I appreciate it. Hey, you already know I'm your boy, Warren G. Hey, if anybody is out there making excuses, possessing white fragility, but they not even white, guilty, nigga, they a fucking Sambo. Hey, man, I'm out of here. Peace.